Birds, the winged wonders. In this lesson, kinds of beaks, feet and claws, how birds fly, feathers of a bird, birds and their nests, care of young ones. What do you like the most about birds? You may choose from the following: their sound, their color, their flight in air, or their feathers. Should we keep birds in cages? Discuss with your classmates. You must have seen birds. There are many kinds of birds like sparrows, crows, pigeons, miners, peacocks and ducks. There are some features which are common to all birds. All birds have a beak, 2 wings and 2 legs with claws. Birds use their beaks and claws to catch, hold and eat their food. They are the only animals whose body is covered with feathers. Birds, like other living things, need food. Different birds eat different kinds of food. Some birds eat grains, seeds and fruits, while some eat flesh of animals. The shape of their beaks and claws are suited to the type of food they eat. Kinds of beaks. Birds have no teeth. They have a beak instead. Different kinds of birds have different kinds of beaks. 1. Short, hard and horny beaks. Sparrows, pigeons, peacocks and finches have short, hard and horny beaks. These beaks help the birds to eat grains and seeds by crushing them. Sparrow, pigeon, robin. 2. Strong, sharp and hooked beaks. Birds like eagles, kites, owls and vultures, which feed on small animals like chicks, mice, frogs and snakes, have strong, sharp and hooked beaks. They help them to tear the flesh. Eagle, kite, vulture. 3. Curved beak. Parrots have curved beaks which help them to crack nuts and hard fruits. They also help them to climb trees. 4. Strong and chisel-shaped beak. A woodpecker has a strong and chisel-shaped beak which helps it to tap the bark of trees and dig out insects. 5. Broad and short beak. Swallows have broad and short beaks. Their mouths are sticky inside. The swallow moves in the air with its beak wide open. Tiny insects and flies stick inside the mouth. 6. Broad and flat beak. Ducks have broad and flat beaks. These beaks help them to dig up muddy water to catch small plants or tiny water animals. There are tiny holes on the sides of the beak, which strain the muddy water, leaving tiny plants and animals inside. 7. Long and pointed beaks. Pelicans and cranes have long and pointed beaks which help them to catch fish. Feet and claws. Birds have 2 feet with claws. Claws help them to catch the food and hold it. They also help them to sit on the trees and protect them from enemies. Some birds search for worms by scratching the ground with their claws. 1. Birds of prey. Birds like eagles and hawks which eat flesh are called birds of prey. They have strong and sharp claws called talons which help them to catch and hold their prey like rats, small birds and toads. 2. Perching birds. Some birds like crows, sparrows and miners can hold the branches of trees firmly even while sleeping. These birds have long and slender claws, with 3 toes in the front and 1 toe at the back which give them a good holding grip. 3. Climbing birds. Birds like parrots and woodpeckers have 2 toes pointing upwards and 2 downwards. These toes help them to climb the trees and cling on them. 4. Scratching birds. Birds like chicks scratch the ground with their claws for seeds and worms. They have strong legs with 3 long toes in front and 1 toe at the back. These toes have short, hard claws. 5. Swimming birds. Birds like ducks have webbed feet. These birds have 3 toes in the front and 1 at the back. The 3 toes are joined by skin between them called a web. These webbed feet act as paddles which help them to swim in water. 6. Wading birds. Birds like stork, heron and crane have thin long legs, with widespread toes. These help the bird to wade through muddy water without getting wet. How birds fly. A bird has hollow bones which are filled with air. These bones are light and strong. Furthermore, a bird's body is boat-shaped. This shape helps it to cut through air. Birds have a pair of wings. The wings have feathers which help it to fly. These wings are attached to the body with the help of muscles. When a bird wants to fly, it flaps its wings to push through the air and rises up slowly in the air. In the air, a bird uses its tail like the rudder of a boat. The tail feathers help the bird to change directions while flying. Feathers of a bird. Birds have beautiful feathers of different colors. The soft, small and fluffy feathers which cover the body of a bird are called down feathers. These help to keep the bird warm. The feathers which help the bird to fly are long and flat and are attached to the wings and tail. These are called flight feathers. Down feather. Flight feather. Birds and their nests. Most birds build nests to lay eggs. Birds build their nests in protected places which are safe from enemies and bad weather. Different birds make different kinds of nests using different materials like twigs, grass, leaves, feathers, cotton, paper, cloth and pebbles. Birds build their nests on trees, walls, old buildings, etc. They lay eggs in nests. After a few days, baby birds hatch out from the eggs. Baby birds stay in the nests till they are able to fly. Different types of nests. Bulbul. It builds its nest in hedges and bushes. Its nest is cup-shaped. This prevents the eggs from falling down. Tailorbird. The tailorbird makes its nest from leaves. It uses its sharp beak like a needle to sew the leaves with bits of wool, cotton or thread. That is why it is called the tailorbird. Weaver bird. The weaver bird makes a strong nest by weaving grass. The nest hangs from the branch of a tree. The entrance of the nest is at the bottom of the nest. Woodpecker. The woodpecker makes a hole with its beak in the bark of a tree. It uses this hollow space as its cozy nest. It lines the hole with chips of wood. Penguin. The penguin makes a nest with the help of stones on the ground. Eagles and vultures. They make their nest from small sticks and arrange them in the shape of a shallow cup. Care of young ones. The mother birds lay their eggs in the nest and then sit on them to keep them warm. After a few days, the eggs hatch and the babies come out. They do not have feathers. Their parents feed them, keep them warm and protect them from enemies. Once the babies grow their feathers, the parents teach them to fly and find food for themselves. They then leave the nest. We must protect birds. We should not disturb a nest with eggs in it. It is fun to watch the birds grow but always do so from a distance without disturbing them.